Hello friends, hi, welcome back. We're in the kitchen today and I'm not going to take you along with me to do something today. Instead, I wanted to talk about our dairy goats and a little bit about that. Sorry, I left our cheese fridge open and my dogs will go in there, so. Anyway, I thought I would make a quick video talking about our dairy goats and what we do with their milk, with their dairy. Because we get asked all the time and everyone's just, very basic about goat's milk. And it's just, oh, you make Chev? There's a million things you can do with goat's milk. And I feel like we're just getting started, and that's the crazy part because we've done so much with our goat's milk so far. So, we have a miniature herd, dairy herd. We currently have a buck, and we actually don't fully know his breed. We have guesses, but we don't fully know his breed. Anyway, we have a buck, and then we have a Nigerian dwarf wether. So we have our two males. And then we have two Nigerian dwarf does. One is currently expecting at the end of July, I believe. And then the other one, she's not a good mama. So she actually is not pregnant, unfortunately. But I think that's for the better. Because she was pregnant and she self-aborted, and that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day. But anyway, so we have the two Nigerian dwarfs, and then we added to our homestead last year a miniature Nubian. I'm so excited. So our Nigerian dwarf last year milking was not very successful. I would legit get like 4 ounces of milk a day. It was crazy. That's really not worth your time and energy. And she's the one that's not pregnant right now, the one I was milking last year. And we realized real fast that if we want to make a significant change in our dairy products in our household, we're gonna have to switch up breeds. The Nigerian dwarf just wasn't working for us, and that's okay. That's okay. These things happen. So there was another homesteader close by, actually. She was like 15 minutes from my house, which was amazing. And she had a miniature Nubian for sale. So we picked her up last fall, and I'm so glad that we did. And talking with the lady that we got her from, her mother and her grandmother were both great producers, so we're really high hoping, fingers crossed, that she's a great producer as well. She is due the end of July, beginning of August, we believe, and I cannot wait to milk her. And then back in February, we actually picked up another goat who is an Alpine mixed with a Nubian. And she is beautiful. She's a good producer. She's a mean attitude. If she didn't produce me good milk right now, I think I would have to rehome her. Because she is not a very good, well-attitude goat, in my opinion. But anyway, nonetheless, we have one in milk right now, and that's the Alpine Nubian. She's currently in milk. And she gives us about about 3 quarts of milk a day, which is really good. And if you don't know how big a quart is, it's the bigger mason jar. So we get 3 of these a day from her, which is amazing. It's amazing. So, I'm going to share with you now that you know what we have in our homestead. So right now, like I said, I'm only milking 1 goat. Hopefully by the end of July, the beginning of August, hopefully we will be milking 3 goats. Oh my gosh. That will significantly change what I do, I think. Because from my understanding, our mini Nubian Mabel, from what we've been told from her genetics, is that she's going to be a high producer. And we really want that, so I'm not upset about it whatsoever. I just think it's going to kick me into gear. So, I just took some cheeses out of our cheese fridge to show you what we do. But first, we drink it. The most obvious one is we drink goat's milk. We just made the full switch because we were buying cow milk from a farmer who's actually like 2 hours away. We'd get like a big order every other week from their farm, and it was amazing. And we just recently made the switch the last couple weeks to full-blown goat's milk. Before we were just supplementing whenever we ran out of cow's milk. We would just use the goat's milk. But now this is all we're doing. So we have that. While I have the fridge open, I might as well show you, right? The next thing that we just learned how to make which Andrew is so happy for. Cheese curds! Look at those. Squeaky cheese curds. Oh my gosh. We actually had them with poutines last night for dinner, and Andrew was so happy. Our one daughter was like, they're too squeaky for me. If you don't know, cheese curds are usually squeaky the first day you make them. Once they sit in the fridge or the freezer, they're not as squeaky, rubbery, whatever you want to call it. It's usually called squeaky. But anyway, 1 gallon of goat's milk actually gave us 4 of these containers of cheese curds. So that was pretty good. I will say, cheese curds is a labor of love. It's a very long process. So I think next time I do it, I really do think that I will double my batch. This was my first time making curds. I think I will double it so that I can freeze some for later, but the next thing from the actual refrigerator. Oh my god, this smells so good. Let me get a spoon to show you. So this one, I'm so excited for it. I'm a big caramel person. This one is cayeta. And cayeta is a Mexican caramel sauce. And so like the texture is a little bit different than like normal caramel sauce, but it's so good. My daughter was going crazy eating it with strawberries. She said it's really good with strawberries, but anyway, I just made it and they've already eaten like half the jar. So cayeta was a really good one to learn. I'm really excited about this one. And this didn't take a lot of milk, which was really nice. It actually only took 1 quart of milk to make this. So that one was really nice too. One of the first things that I actually learned how to do, because Andrew and I are big fans, is feta. I just shook it so it's like cloudy now, but feta was one of the first cheeses we learned how to make. And like I said, Andrew and I love feta cheese. We put it on like everything. So this is a really easy recipe to make. It's quick to make. And you can start eating it almost instantly, which is the nice thing because most cheeses have to sit for a while. So we've been obsessed with our goat's milk feta lately. So we always have a couple jars in the fridge. So for making pizza, you sprinkle it on salads, anything. Feta is so good. So feta. Okay, now we're gonna get into our wheels. Wheels of cheese. So, last year I first learned how to make wheels of cheese, and I started with 2 specific ones. I started with a Gouda because, you know, I was told that that's a good intro cheese, and then I did Asiago. Let me tell you, oh my gosh, they were so good. We were so pumped. So this year when we started milking, you know, you bet your bottom that I started with Asiago and Gouda right away, my 2 favorites. We have a lot of Parmesan cheese in our house. I have not tried to make Parmesan yet. It's on my list to try. But Asiago can be used the same way. We've used it in the past the same way, so I wasn't too upset. So our first wheel we made of the season was Gouda. I made it, at the end of April. Vacuum sealed it May. Can minimum open it June 15th. Oh, it's today. I can open this now. Anyway, so our wheel of Gouda, it's looking pretty good. There's a couple holes in it, but they don't look like concerning holes, if that makes any sense, which that was a whole nother thing, was learning about the different holes with cheeses. That was a learning process for me. But anyway, I also made I experimented with this one. This one is a smoked paprika and garlic Gouda. Let me tell you what this one smelled like when I made it. It smelled so good. So good. This one cannot be opened until middle of July. And the Asiago, of course, I'm a sucker for a good Asiago. I made this on June 9th, vacuum sealed it June 12th. Can't open it till minimum July 10th. I write all that on the bag so that if Andrew or the kids go into the cheese fridge and they want some cheese, they can see what, like, don't open it yet. Like, come talk to mom first. But, pretty pumped about this one. This one feels like a really nice hard cheese, which is so good. I love Asiago, so I'm a little sucker for it. But those are the ones that we've learned how to make so far. Next on my list is, like, it's gonna sound so basic, but like mozzarella. I've tried the mozzarella before with the vinegar, you know, that quick one, that 30-minute mozzarella, and it was flavorless. I was very upset by it. So now that we're in full-blown cheese making and we have all the cultures and everything like that, I'm gonna make an actual proper batch of mozzarella. I think this week I'm gonna get that one done. And then we're just gonna keep rotating, and I can make 1 wheel a week currently with how much milk we get from Clover. That's the Alpine's name is Clover. So she gives us enough milk where I can make 1 wheel a week plus have fresh drinking milk. So that's working really well right now for our family, and it's a good way to start stocking our cheese fridge with cheese. We are a family of 5, so like we do go through a lot of cheese in our household. We did the math. We go through about $400 a month of cheese if we buy it from the store, because we do a lot of pizzas, we do a lot of tacos, we do, you know, nachos. We do charcuteries when we are hosting. We just love cheese. So we already had our goats before we even, you know, thought about milking goats. We started with goats for pets. And Andrew and I are firm believers that your animal should have a purpose. And like, there's nothing wrong with having a pet and that being their purpose. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But to us, we wanted it to have more of a purpose. And that's kind of why we're switching up our breeds to be more milking breeds. Because if we're going to have the goats anyway, we might as well be able to get some fun cheese from it. So we're already paying for the goats. We're already paying for their feed. We might as well be able to cut down $400 off our grocery budget. I know that sounds really insane. I live in Southern Ontario. It's really expensive to live here. But yeah, so I'm making 1 wheel a week, storing them into our cheese cave, our cheese fridge. And then that way we have a good steady supply going. So hopefully we don't run out of cheese. Look at that, it's so pretty. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this cheese journey. You don't understand. As I'm sitting here in my kitchen talking to my phone, right? Like talking to a camera. But really, I'm excited. It's quite the experience. So let me know down in the comments what your favorite cheese to make is. I have not tried cheddar yet. I was told that's a very labor-intensive one, and I just haven't had the time during the day. So it is on my list to try because I have one child that really loves a good cheddar cheese. But let me know down in the comments what's your favorite cheese, or if you have dairy goats, what's your favorite thing to make using goat's milk? I would love to know. I really would. So let me know down in the comments. And thanks for watching, friends, and until next time. Bye.